Welcome back to Retro Gamer Gen X's Retro Gaming and Computing channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some pickups that I got recently. So the first one we're going to look at here is this. This here is the backbit cartridge. Now what this thing does is amazing, guys. So basically you put a SD card in it with your ROMs and it can connect and is supported by over 25 retro 8-bit computers and consoles. So this will work in your Commodore 64, your Atari 2600, your 7800, your Odyssey 2, whatever. It's just a really amazing product. But we're not really going to go into details in this video about it. I just kind of wanted to show you guys this thing. I'll be doing a video specifically for the backbit, probably my next video coming up here. So just keep an eye out for that. We'll have the review of it, and I'll show you guys how to get everything set up and how everything works. And I also have an interview with the person that invented this. So pretty cool video coming up, so watch out for that. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is I went to an estate sale recently, and I kind of drove, I think it was about an hour and a half, 50 miles or so. And what kind of sucks is that it started, I think it was on a Friday, and I didn't get there till Saturday morning. And it had advertisements saying that it had a bunch of video game consoles and video games and other things. So I thought it was going to be a really good lot. Fortunately, by the time I got there on Saturday, it was pretty much picked over, and really the only things that were left was just some like Super Nintendo games, Game Boy games, some like Nintendo figurines, joysticks, or not joysticks, but like controllers for like the N64 and the Super Nintendo. So really nothing that I needed, so it was kind of a waste of my time. But before I left, I went up to the person that was holding the sale, and I asked him, I was like, hey, I thought that there were supposed to be video game consoles here. Did you guys sell them all? And he said, yeah, pretty much everybody came and wiped them out the first day. However, he was like, wait here a minute. And he went back, came back with a box from the garage, and he opened it up and it had 3 Atari 2600s in there. And basically he said that the guy had told him in the morning, or yesterday morning, that he was going to come by and get them by the evening and hold them for him. Well, obviously that time frame had gone away, so he went ahead and sold them to me. Now I got a killer deal on these things, guys. And this is why I say you need to go to like estate sales, garage sales, things like that to find these kind of things, because you can get them pretty cheap. So the first one I'm going to show you here is a 4-switch Woody. Now I picked this up for a whole $10. Now, the reason he sold them so cheap is because he said he wasn't able to test them to see if they actually worked. So he was just basically selling them. Then I got a 6-switch light sixer here. And I got that for, I think it was 15 or 20. No, this one was 15. And then I got a heavy sixer. This one was 25 bucks. So they are really in really good shape too, guys. I mean, there's some, dirty a little bit, and there's a little bit of nicks here and there, especially on the heavy sixer right here on the heavy part. It's got some nicks here on the bottom. But yeah, other than that, they're in really, really, really good shape. So let me go ahead and get things kind of turned around here, and then what we're going to do, we're going to test each one of these individual systems and see if they work, and if they don't work, then we'll open them up and see if we can get them working. So before we get started with looking at these Ataris, I did want to give a shout out to a channel here called DEDBattery. Now this is a channel where she does a lot of retro game console handheld repairs and other repairs to other things as well. Like there's a laptop over here. I know she was talking about doing a laptop too. But just a really cool channel. It's kind of cool to see another female into the retro gaming and into the repair genre here, and it's definitely cool to see. I wish I saw a lot more females in this, because literally if you look at like my statistics on my channel, it's like 99% guys and 1% females. So it just shows me how dominated this niche market is with males as opposed to females. So it's really cool to see another female into this. But she's only got 487 subscribers, guys. Let's go ahead and give her some more subs. That's why I'm giving her a shout out here. I just think she deserves a lot more subscribers and a little bit more attention. We all know how the algorithm works with small channels, so let's try to show her a little bit of retro love and get her a few more subs here. She does some really cool repairs. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get on to those Ataris now. Alright guys, so the first one we're going to test here is the 4-switcher. And we're going to go ahead and test it with the Harmony cart here, because this has a diagnostic cart ROM on here. So we can test basically all the functions on there, make sure all the controllers are working, all the buttons are working, all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this thing fired up. Turn it on here. And yeah, it's fired right up, so that's cool. Let's see, go to the diagnostic cartridge. Here. And that's looking good. Okay. Black and white color looks good. And I forgot how to get into the other modes. We gotta do the difficulty switches, that's right. So, see, that's up on the joystick, down on the joystick, left on the joystick, right on the joystick, and fire. I don't see if that's doing anything, but I'm pretty sure it is. Let's try the other joystick. So up, down, left, right, and button. Okay, and then reset should do something, which it does. Select should do that, which it does. And the color, obviously we know that's working. So yeah, it looks like we got a fully functioning system here. Let's go ahead and try just loading a game. Probably like Pitfall 2 would be a good one because it runs the DP or the DPC plus chip in it or whatever. So if this runs and has audio, then we know we're good to go. And yep, looks like it's working just fine. No problem, guys. So that is very, very cool. I'm happy about that. So, my first $10 Atari works. Well, let's go ahead and get to the next one here. Alright guys, so the next one that we're going to test here is going to be the Atari 6-switcher with the 2600 6-switch. Now this is not the heavy switcher, this is just the light switcher, as you can tell, because it doesn't have the thick sides on it, it doesn't weigh as much, that type of thing. So let's go ahead and put the Harmony card in and see if this one works. Flip it on. And it looks like this one works too. So let's just do a quick test of the diagnostic cart. This one has actually got a better video signal, I think, than the last one. Those 4 switchers didn't have the best video signal anyway. Alright, here we go. So we're going to load this up. So there's black and white color bars. Let's see. Oh. Okay. I forgot to do the audio test in the last one, but I forgot how to. Let's try this again. Something seems a little fishy on this one. We'll go back to the diagnostic card. Alright, well, let's test the controller since we're here. Up, down, left, right. And this controller, up, down, left, right. Looking good. Select, reset. They look like they're working. Select's a little. Might have to put a little deoxide on this. Well, now that I'm working, it's getting a little bit better. Okay. Alright, so it looks like pretty much everything's working on the diagnostic card here. Let's go ahead and recycle the power here. Load up Pitfall on this one and see how it works. Now the color on this one looks a lot better. So that force switcher I think needs a little bit of work. It needs to be adjusted. Let's go ahead and hit reset. And yeah, it looks like it's working. Got the sound, buttons working. And like I said, this one does have a little bit better of a display. It has a little bit of ghosting though, it looks like. But yeah, not too bad. I can't complain. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get on to the golden ticket here, the heavy sixer that I got. Let me go ahead and get that all hooked up and powered on and see if that one works. That's the one I'm the most interested in. All right, guys, so here goes the big test for the heavy sixer. Now this, like I said, this is the one I'm most interested in to see if it works, because obviously this is the one from 1977. This is the original, and as you can tell, it has these big fat sides and all the way around the front as well. Plus these are like kind of rounded right here, and then in the back it looks like that, and it's just so much heavier, and it's just so much well built, way better built. It's not all creaky and cracky, and just much better build. So let's go ahead and get this cartridge in and see if this thing powers on. Look at that, guys, it works too. So what did I say, 25 bucks I bought this one for. So yeah, goes to show you guys there's still deals out there if you want to find them. So let's go ahead and run that diagnostic cart real quick. All right, so here we go. So we got black and white. Got this. Let's try our joysticks here. So up, down, left, right. That looks good. Up, down, left, right. That looks good. Reset looks good. Select looks good. Difficulty switch is working, so that's good. All right, guys, it looks like everything's groovy. Looks like everything's good on this one. So let's go ahead and power it off. Power it back on. Try Pitfall. See if it'll play that DPC chip. Reset, and yeah, looks good. Looks like everything's running the way it should. So 3 totally fully functioning Atari 2600s from an estate sale. And let's see, so one was 10 bucks, one was 15, and the other was 25. So I'm looking at 30, 50, a little under 50 bucks for all of them. But I really can't complain about that, guys. Really cool that all 3 of these are functioning for such a cheap price. So it goes to show you, deals are still out there if you can find them. Just go to estate sales, garage sales, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, places like that. You can usually find deals. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. I'm gonna enjoy playing on this old heavy sixer here. Even though I got my own, I'm gonna try playing on this one. You guys have a great one. Peace out, y'all.
Game over, man. It's game over.